Feeling overwhelmed trying to find the best personal finance software? You have every right to be cautious of this. So I tested Quicken, Monarch, and Boldin, which all promise to fix your finances. But after using all three, I discovered that only one platform gives you the total control needed to truly build wealth. The others excel in just one area that they specialize in. If you want a tool that optimizes every part of your money life, from daily spending to your future retirement, then here's the truth you need to know. So let's jump right into what makes these three personal finance management software totally different from each other. And it's about which personal finance software program is really built for your specific financial brain. Quicken is for the financial control freak. I say that with love because I am kind of one. If you want to see every dollar, categorize every transaction from the last decade, and have deep investment tracking right next to your grocery budget, then Quicken is your world. It's comprehensive, it's detailed. For people who don't mind a bit of complexity to get maximum power and control, it's really unmatched. Monarch Money is a bit different. It's for the modern or professional or family type of person who really wants clarity without the clutter. Think of this as like a personal finance software which is clean, intuitive. It has an all-in-one dashboard. Its superpower really is making budgeting feel more simple and even collaborative sometimes. So if you and your partner, for example, want to plan together without getting lost in like a maze of menus, then Monarch is designed for that ease of use. Then there's Boldin. Boldin isn't really about your daily spending, it's your retirement and long term planning command center. You plug in your numbers, and it runs thousands of simulations to answer the big question: will I run out of money? What'll it look like? It's really for the person who's past just tracking in the present and is now focused on modeling their future. But don't just take my word for it. The user stories of these best personal finance management softwares really tell the real tale. So, for Quicken, one user shared a story that hit home for me. He said that he and his wife used to have these heated discussions about where their money was going. And after using Quicken to track everything, they started having more data driven conversations instead of arguments. He said it really changed their lives, knowing where everything was and where it was going, and it helped them form healthy financial habits, which has paid off. Yeah, that's the power of total financial visibility. For Monarch, users often praise how this good personal finance software just works for the daily life. One former Mint user on Reddit said, Monarch does everything that Mint did, but better. He specifically loved the Sankey cash flow chart for visualizing spending and the fact that he could share it with his spouse easily. That's Monarch's sweet spot. It's shared, it's stress free money management all in one platform. All right. For Boldin, the reviews are more from people who are deep in planning mode. One self proclaimed spreadsheet geek who had built his own retirement models said that after trying Boldin's free version, he immediately just paid for the full product. Why? Well, he said that the simplicity of building a complex plan with taxes, social security, and real estate was unmatched. So that's the aha moment that Boldin delivers for future focused users. Now that we know who these platforms are really for, let's dig into the actual tools you get when you sign up. This is where we see if these personal finance software programs can walk the walk. I'll start with the one that has the deepest toolkit, Quicken. So Quicken's strength is in its range. It's not one product, it's a whole ecosystem. The core is Quicken Classic, but it comes in multiple tiers. So the deluxe version is basically your all-in-one money manager. It handles budgeting, bills, and tracking. But when it really starts to shine is with Classic Premier. This is the one I use. It adds some pretty serious investment tracking. We're talking portfolio analysis, comparisons to market benchmarks, and it even helps you see the tax implications of each of your trades. It's built for the person who makes their own investment decisions and wants plenty of data to back them up. Then there's even classic business and personal, which is different. It's kind of a game changer if you're self employed or a landlord or if you run a small side hustle. It basically allows you to keep business and personal finances separate, but in the same program. It makes life and tax time a million times easier. A million times easier. It's much simpler. Here's one longtime user who posted a review. He's been with Quicken since the 1980s. He said he was using their categories for each transaction and has helped him do his taxes. He must have been there for a long time and watched it change. He went on to recommend it to anyone wanting to understand their finances in depth. So yeah, that's decades of trust right there. But again, Quicken is not stuck in the past. It is a modern software for sure. They also have Quicken Simplify for a cleaner mobile first experience. There's a tool called Quicken Life Hub, which is really fascinating. So Life Hub is less about daily budgeting and more about organizing your entire financial life, like estate documents and insurance policies, even your will, all that paperwork and documentation stuff. You can link it to your Quicken Classic data too. All right, next, let's look at Monarch Money. So, its core feature is connectivity and clarity. Monarch works with multiple data providers, Plaid, Finicity, MX, to connect to almost any bank account, which is crucial. It has plenty of connections there, so you're not likely to run into an account that you can't connect. Their standout feature, though, in my opinion, is the cash flow Sankey view. This is an interactive chart that shows your money flowing from income into the spending categories. It's very visual, it's visually brilliant for spotting where your cash is actually going. Boldin's features are actually pretty different. They're more hyper focused on the future instead of more of the present. We're talking about tools like the Market Risk Explorer, which lets you simulate a decade of bad market returns to see how your retirement plan holds up. They have a deep dive set of features for specific situations like handling an inherited IRA or modeling self employment income with the right tax calculations. So these aren't exactly everyday budgeting features, they're specialized tools for making these huge life altering financial decisions with much more confidence. When you use Boldin, you're not just tracking, you're forecasting and stress testing your entire future. But of course, none of these best softwares for the personal finance situation you find yourself in is going to be perfect for you, and you should know the potential headaches before you jump in. With Quicken, the most common complaint I've seen in reviews and online is sometimes that the bank connections aren't always seamless. You might have a data download fail, or you might need to re authenticate an account or something like that. One user said that his data downloads were difficult and not seamless, and yeah, I get it. It is frustrating when that kind of thing happens. I don't know if it's Wi-Fi or whatever, but in my testing, it happened once or twice. It was usually temporary, kind of glitch or whatever it was. Got fixed pretty quickly. Quicken has been around for decades now, and they have a lot of legacy systems to support, which can sometimes cause hiccups. They have a lot of data to process, but it didn't really affect me. For me, just the sheer depth of control is absolutely worth the very rare occasional troubleshooting connection. For Monarch Money, the downside for it often comes down to just the subscription model and the customer service. In the multiple reviews I found one review where a user said that he was charged even after canceling. In my research, this seems pretty rare. It's a slip up that occasionally happens, not a widespread billing policy, of course. So any subscription service can have this kind of issue. The good news is just contact the customer service. It might take a little bit, but even if that doesn't work, you can fix it with credit cards and chargeback protection if something really, really goes wrong. But for most users, it's not going to come up, and Monarch's billing is smooth and automatic. Boldin's con mostly is its strength. It's not for daily money management. It's kind of in its own separate category. One user mentioned that he'd tried Boldin back when it was called New Retirement, but he dropped it because it didn't automatically connect to their Fidelity account to import data, and he didn't want to do manual entry. And then I saw some others who were talking about the fact that it just didn't fit their style. So I completely understand the frustration with this, like the automatic account linking thing. It's a huge convenience. You want it to automatically work and you want it to fit your style. The good news is that with the linking, it's just an area that they've kind of fixed the problem already. They listened, they improved significantly, and it was a glitch that they had, or some kind of bug that they fixed. In my recent testing, I never encountered it. Boldin also offers this really robust automatic connection suite to a wide variety of major financial institutions, and I didn't have any issues. The connection worked seamlessly, and it pulled in my account balances securely and saved a ton of manual data entry time that I did not want to do. Now, when it comes to pricing for the best personal finance software, you generally get what you pay for, and these platforms reflect their core focus. It really is about your style and what you plan to do. Quicken is positioned as this premium, comprehensive tool, and its subscription cost reflects its depth and legacy. For a power user who relies on detailed investment tracking and complete financial oversight, the value is clear. Monarch Money offers a mid tier subscription pricing that aligns more with its modern, user friendly experience for budgeting and goal management that is slightly toned down for you and your partner. Boldin's pricing is structured around the depth of long term planning that you need, which can be an investment for sure, but it's one focused squarely on securing your financial future. For the latest pricing plans and any current discounts, make sure to check those links in the description below. We keep them all updated so that you can make an informed decision for your budget and your needs. So, after months of testing, what is the final verdict for the best personal finance software? Here's the truth revealed. If your goal is total financial mastery, encompassing a lot of different things, controlling your daily spending, managing investments, planning for the future, all in one powerful system, then Quicken, I think, remains the real powerhouse here. It's the one that can truly transform your financial life from the ground up. Ready to take that kind of control? Make sure to check those links in the description to get started and to see any of their current offers.